Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam, and welcome back to Kitchen Talk. This is Kitchen Talk Episode 3. And before we dive in, I just have a very serious question for my two co-hosts. If you had to choose between what you would eat for dinner, would you have Andrew's salty ass risotto or Ralph's filet with white peaches? Collins.
Ralph's filet with white peaches.
Okay, Matt.
Ralph's filet white peaches. That's definitely not the other one that was all salty that got that woman sick. That woman fucking threw up. Like, oh my god!
I'm just thinking like that.
What's this guy's name? Andrew. What's his face? That looks like fucking Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother.
Count Ted Mosby.
Andrew.
He looks like Ted Mosby's like douchebag cousin.
Andrew, if you squint, kind of looks like Matt.
Oh,
I'm gonna put up a side by side to just see like they look like distant cousins.
Wait, I got you covered. Wait, let me see. All right, just get this picture right here.
Yep. But anyway, we've got one more episode to talk about this week. This episode was definitely interesting, and it kicks off with the aftermath of the cosmic force known as Dewberry's elimination. Leave the memories alone. And, well, we've got a kidney stone that is now out of somebody's kidney. Jeff finally passed the stone. It was an actual stone. And he was clearly very proud of said stone because he showed off the thing to the entire dorm.
Who wants to see a kidney stone?
Are you kidding me? It's that fucking small?
I would have been like, throw that away. Like, seriously, please throw that away.
Oh, that's nasty.
Like,
It'd be like if somebody took a shit and was like, "Hey, look, I got worms. See?" Flush.
You want to go check out my diarrhea?
Yeah, go check it out.
Hey guys, look, I got one of my testicles removed. Look, here's the nut right here. And you're just like, no.
Keep it.
And there's like the one girl, Jessica, was wanting to look at it. She goes, "Oh, it looks like a little tiny walnut."
Like a mustard seed, she said.
Yeah,
It looks like a little mustard seed or something.
mustard seed.
And Elaine was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
One girl's like, "I don't want to see that." He's like,
But dude, that's so fucking gross that you took the kidney stone, pissed it out in the toilet, and took it out with your own piss. That's fucking gross, dude. Did you wash your hands?
The
I'm
noises were diabolical too, like him passing the
Barry. They literally like fucking highlighted in the camera, zoomed in for his kidney stone.
Jeff was literally the highlight of this whole entire episode because he was.
It almost felt like he won his own red team won and got to go out to a bar. It almost felt like it was a swan song to Jeff.
They were celebrating Dewberry like he was some conquering hero, like he was such a jolly big man, especially from Elsie. I'm like, woman, you sent that man up to get eliminated night one. Like, what are we doing here?
Miss Dewberry alive. He made me laugh every single day.
Look at you, J-Lo.
You liar!
Now you're just ass kissing him. Like, shut up.
Really, they were like,
you threw him under the bus in the first episode.
like literally the second like the Dewberry like left, they're like, "Oh, he was like the jolly gay giant over here," and instead now when the first episode they were just like, "Oh, well, Dewberry's like, listen here, I don't want to go upset," and she goes, I got you, Dewberry." Just like,
That shocked me. I was like, what?
Like, the red team went from 3 Days Grace's song, "I Hate Everything About You," to "How Do I Say Goodbye?" in the span of like 5 minutes.
I don't understand why, Dewberry. I'm like, Dewberry literally. I will say though, I would rather have Dewberry over Jeff on the team any day.
At least Dewberry's much more fun to watch.
That is true.
Jeff is just being a little bit of a crybaby.
I mean,
But the next morning,
you know what's funny? Can I say this real quick before we go?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my dad's name is Jeff, and
Mhm.
so after I
Is that your father on the show? Did he get kicked out?
My father does not look, although he is a blonde. But no, he doesn't. He doesn't
That's
wear
totally
glasses
his
and look
dad,
like
guys. That's totally
his dad. Spoiler alert. This is the
I'll
biggest
send you guys a
plot
picture of
twist.
my dad, so you can put my dad up there. No,
your
but,
dad's a quitter, Collins. How do you feel about that?
well,
That's
yeah,
how losers are. They're
yeah, well,
quitters.
my
Quitters
dad
are for
looks like-
losers.
my dad looks like Abraham from The Walking Dead. Like that's what my dad looks like.
I have not seen the show, so me in the future put the picture here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so basically, so I was telling my I was like, hey mom, look, I was like, this guy, I said Jeff has a kidney stone, and then my dad's on the phone because he's a truck driver, so he's on the phone. He goes, I do not have a kidney stone. Okay, I've never in my life had a kidney stone. I'm like, not you. He's just like I've never had a kidney stone in my life. He says I would never want to because that thing's gonna hurt like when you piss it out.
I don't have no dang kidney stone.
I ain't know how no damn kidney stone.
A kidney stone. I was like, Jeff has a kidney. He goes, I do not have a kidney stone. I was like, Dad, I'm not talking about you. He's like, I don't have a kidney stone. I can literally. He says, I pee. He said, when I piss, he says, it doesn't hurt when I piss. It's like, Dad, I'm not
Now you're starting to sound like Dewberry. Like I ain't got no kidney stone. I ain't pissed that out.
Kidney stone, man.
Kidney stone, man.
Can you just imagine if Dewberry got a kidney stone? It would just be.
Oh no, it's a chef. I got a kidney.
Oh no, Jam! I got a kidney stone too. Oh,
I got a kidney stone while making spaghetti.
Yes,
it was so funny in the second episode when he just fucking broke down when he had a kidney stone infection. He was like, oh. And Jessica did he just walked the other way like, are you okay? Whatever. I was like, what a bitch.
Like she literally turned into Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear. Oh no. Anyway,
she's like a pink reject from the 2000s.
So
the artist formerly known as Dink, D-I-N-K. The teams file in like all together this time, and we get our first team member switch in Hell's Kitchen history.
Give me your jacket. You're going to the red team.
Matt, the deeper into this show you get, this happens quite a bit.
Right.
But Michael is now a part of the red team. One of the stronger chefs this season going over to the red team. God bless them, they need it. But then we get our next challenge, which is create a 5-course meal for a VIP, that being Gordon Ramsay himself. And like my lower third is alluding to, the one of the courses that the blue team does is a grilled ribeye steak with white peaches.
White peaches with ribeye came from where? We thought they looked pretty.
You know better than that.
That doesn't work.
Surely they had to have a meeting or something to be like, so white peaches, what do we feel about that? Or like, how about no? So like there someone missed a meeting somewhere.
Jeff, even Jeff had a good meal where he goes, everybody's like, Jeff, I guess it was Michael goes, Jeff really pulled that one out of his ass.
Yeah, in the grocery store, because they had to buy all the ingredients in the grocery store, like Jeff was off on his own, like the bread is hard, it's as hard as a rock. I'm like,
The bread's no good. It's like a rock.
who cares about the bread? Just like help out. I don't know.
Help out the team, you asshole.
I'll be like, listen, Simple Jack, okay, come on. We said, come on, okay, stop staring at the bread.
Simple Jack.
But Ralph is an MVP for this. Like he grabs the bacon with like 30 seconds left. He shoots the thing into the basket and he just makes it. And even Scott looks at him like, okay, that was pretty cool. But when the blue team did the ribeye with the white peaches, Michael cooked a porterhouse and he cut an HK out of a mushroom. And Gordon's reaction is priceless. Like, Michael, you smart ass.
Porterhouse?
Michael, you smart ass. Next, you're going to tell me you got that tattooed on your butt.
Yeah. Well, actually, Michael was actually stepping up and doing shit well.
Yeah, Michael's not a bad chef. Like,
No, he's not bad.
he's actually now the strongest person on that team because, Elise used to be the first, but like he can outcook her. So I would say it's like Michael, Elise, and then it just everyone else is shit.
Yeah, that's true. Most of the blue team are awful. They only got a couple of good meal for Ramsey, and most of the rest of them were totally terrible.
Well, I think the best person on that team is the Italian guy, and then there's the girl.
Yeah, the Italian guy was actually pulling his shit together.
Yeah, the Italian guy, and then the girl with the pink haircut. The only thing is, I liked it though. Whenever the red team wins their service, like they're good at winning services, but they're shit at when it comes to winning dinner service. Like the blue
Yeah, I know.
team,
Well, let's be fair. They're going to start off strong to please Gordon Ramsay, and they win. But then we know in the third act that they just don't do well. It's going to be a disaster. Because if they were all great, I think we would have a lot longer, or maybe the show would have ended. It's over. There's going to be a disaster for dinner service.
Well, it's like Elise. Elise is the one that like had to pull the weight around, and then you got Chris who somewhat helps. And then you got Dewberry over here who's trying somewhat, but he's just imploding because he got so much work. And then you got Jeff who just sits there with his thumb up his ass.
I mean, it was so funny when the red team won and the blue team are all butthurt about it. Now they have to clean the dorms.
The dumbest team won. Like,
yeah, when they had to clean the dorm, Andrew was just so petty. Like he grabs like one of the rugs and he bangs it on the side of the rail.
We keep losing.
Where they're directly like over the red team, like having a smoke or
I'm sick of losing. I'm sick of losing. I'm shit. Dude, he's being a total crybaby. Like, dude, you lost. You made a shit meal. You don't fucking take it out on Gordon Ramsay and the others on being butthurt because you didn't get to go to the bar and have a good time.
Which I feel
he gets
bad
worse in this episode, if you can believe it, but we'll get to that in a second.
And then all of a sudden they're like, we got to carry. Then they were planning out for tomorrow night for service. And then like Michael and him said, we got to carry Jeff if we're going to win. And then Jeff gets all angry. Like he tries to act all tough. Like he goes, I am not the weakest chef here. I am, and everything. I'm like, dude, yes, you are.
Yeah.
I was never been on the line before.
What do you have on my ass today? Because you're like...
It's all about being efficient. Okay. And like when you sit there every time, listen.
It's like, I've never been on the fucking line before.
Marianne, but
Marianne, that's her name.
But when dinner service starts, it's they're serving food critics, which is certainly something, and then we get to then they serve them like the same dish, like it's the crab risotto and the lobster spaghetti, and is like ironically enough, Jeff is like the only thing that's served like to the critics. Like he makes the spaghetti and it's halfway passable.
I think this is very good.
Oh, who serves lobster spaghetti? I mean, is that even actually a thing? I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert.
I don't know. I don't eat lobster.
Like, someone eats lobster with spaghetti. I mean, I don't know if that's even real. Like, people, like, what? That's really a thing?
I imagine that would be very. You should have to cook that really well, or else you're gonna get food poisoning.
I know.
Sounds like a dish that belongs in the movie The Menu. You know The Menu with Ray Fiennes?
Yeah, that movie.
It sounds like something you get food.
I mean, it seems like they got it based off of Gordon Ramsay version, except that it's more sadistic horror comedy or The Menu.
I heard of shrimp spaghetti.
Yeah, I've heard of that too. The Menu's awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a fantastic.
It's a great movie.
Ralph Fiennes is like an evil Gordon Ramsay in that movie.
He is.
He's like Gordon Ramsay, but with like none of the charm. You'll never look at a cheeseburger the same way ever again.
It will make you want to have cheeseburger at the end of the movie.
Andrew serves an incredibly salty risotto to the point where a woman actually throws up, and he tries to politic his way out of it. Is like, I have never had anyone gotten sick off of my food ever.
I told you about it. It's because there's food critics out there. That's what you're doing it for, isn't it?
I'm not trying to do this to you, chef. Just trying to do the job right,
Oh,
chef.
you fuck. You're trying to do nothing. My advice to you, just shut your mouth.
I'm like, you don't know that, number one. And number two, like, just own up to it, man. Like maybe
just
you're
own up to it. You're not that good. You're just not that good. You're a shit chef. That's like a definition of food poisoning right there.
So the funniest part to me was like, I would make, not the Jeff part, but the part where the Andrew is. They're all like, when they do like, like they're talking to the camera, they're all wearing like turtleneck out sweaters and everything else, like as if they're like a critic going, let me tell you something. I'm just thinking like, usually in Hell's Kitchen, like they're wearing their outfits. It's like they pull them in the back and get them to do like a 15-minute interview. Now it's like they're sitting there, like Andrew's sitting there, like he's allowed to do that one. What's that guy's name? The one who interviews people. He's gone now, but he's glasses. He's bald, kind of got a beard, and he would always like get the celebrities on and do like an actor spotlight.
Oh, James Lipton inside the actor studio.
Yeah, it's almost like he's like James Lipton about to do the actor spotlight. He's just like, let me tell you, I have had my fair share, and no one's ever thrown up here. I'm just like, every person that's up there, they're all sitting there in like turtlenecks. I'm just like,
not that you know of. It's like, dude, just like own up to your fuck ups, dude. You're just admit the fact that you're just a shit chef. You're not that good.
I cook shitty food, but guess what? I would say, yeah, I wouldn't eat my food, but you know what? I wouldn't sit there. Oh, the fucking name.
This is something I feed to my dog.
I'm like, you know what? The sad thing is, I've cooked food, and I've cooked chicken. There's still pink in it. And I'm like, you know what? If y'all hungry, fuck it, let's eat it. Even though you're not supposed to eat pink chicken.
It was so funny that before they started serving dinner, before this whole event, that Chris and fucking Jeff get into a big, huge, heated argument, telling me what they have to fucking do, and Jeff just throws a big tantrum.
Well, speaking of Jeff and tantrums, let's get into like the true highlight of this episode, where Jeff, Jeff just like reaches the end of his rope, where like he serves up something, Gordon hates it, and Jeff is like, I have never worked on a line before.
I've never been on a line before. Right, I'm doing the best I can.
And Gordon's just like, well, just tells him to shut up and like do it again and all of that. And then like Jeff just calls him an asshole.
You gonna go then? You gonna run?
No. I'm gonna finish out service.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I'm not a quitter.
Hey, you're not a fucking cook either.
Good. You're an asshole.
Under his breath.
Yeah, under his breath. He's just like, oh, you want to say it out loud? Say it.
Right next to the sous chef, by the way. The sous chef, the woman sous chef.
What was that? What did you just say? What are you waiting? I want you to say it louder. I want you to say it louder.
He says it right next to her, and then she's like, excuse me?
It's like, excuse me? Come on, say it out loud. Say it again.
Come here, say it to his face.
It looked like she was about to start. She was about to start something. I was like, oh God, this is gonna get ugly right there.
And he's like, you know what you want from me? I don't know what to tell you. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. You're an asshole. And then he rips off his jacket and he leaves.
I don't know what to tell you. You're an asshole. I've had enough of it.
Go, please.
He's very clearly like wearing a lavalier mic, like one of those clip-on mics, and he is struggling because he's like, he's trying to get the jacket off, and the microphone just not letting him.
He couldn't even get that damn thing off. It's supposed to be a clip-on.
Like the kitchen red kid just stopped because they heard that Michael is in the very back. Look, and he goes, "Oh,
I know." That was
like, "Oh shit!" Like he's
oh shit.
And Elise is just sitting there like, "Oh."
And they just had to keep going. They just had to keep on going without Jeff. Which is rather trash talks than do his fucking job. And he just wants to be a whiny crybaby because he gets yelled at. Grow the fuck up. You're going to get yelled at regardless. That's how they push your ass to your limits. They're going to get hard on you.
He's had a woman slap him in the face before. A woman tried to slap him in the face in the British version, and he caught her hand and everything. He goes, don't be stupid. He goes, don't be stupid. And then everything, and all of a sudden, and after they calmed her down and everything, and and she went back to cooking and everything, and I'm just like, that's how you do it in Britain, okay? Not like
I didn't know that. I didn't know that actually happened.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I saw it where he was just like they had literally a couple other her teammates had to come and talk to her.
How bloody fucking dare you!
Don't be stupid. Don't be so stupid.
Because Chef Ramsay was just like caught her hand. She was trying to go. What? Chef Ramsay
he really caught that big time. He saw that coming.
Oh yeah, Chef Ramsay's not scared. I mean, he is.
No, he's not scared. Like you brought it up in the first episode that he has a black belt.
Yeah.
He probably kick all of our asses.
I was just gonna transition into the finals where blue team loses, and and the nominations are Wendy and Andrew, which one, okay, I can see, but Andrew, oh yeah, he definitely deserves to be up there. And like Gordon just straight up like just dismisses like his like first plea, and he's like, I'm a strong team player. Like, no, you're not. Start again.
We had our disagreements this evening.
We had a disagreement this evening and sent it up to the hot plate. Start again.
I'm just like, wow, you just do not have time for this man.
No, he's not that good of a team player. I don't even know how he was able to stay on for that long.
Yeah, you know the thing that made me laugh though, that was like, I'm like, in what universe does Andrew stay and she go? Because I mean, look, yes, she fucked up, but I understand she can't.
Oh yeah, what about that boiling water? She turned on the cold water because she thought that would boil faster, and Gora's like, "What?" That was my reaction. It's like, you thought that it would boil much quicker if you turn on the cold water? Are you that stupid? Are you mental?
Well,
how does that even make it? Where's the logic in that? I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure you have to turn on the hot water to keep it boiling up, not cold water.
I don't question Chef Ramsay. If he says, I mean, obviously, good, he was there and we're not there. We just see what the camera shows. He probably saw that, look, she cannot cook at all. Andrew at least can cook some.
And she's a vegetarian. She doesn't eat meat, and she wouldn't know how to fucking cut up meat to save her life.
Which, I mean, you know, what that happens. I mean, a lot of women are, so.
Yeah.
You know? Which there are some men, but mostly it's like, you know, it's just a lot of women, like, you know, are, because it's like, you know, it's really healthy to be a vegetarian. And there's nothing wrong with being a vegetarian. I mean, I know.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not. No.
Gordon Ramsay cannot stand it, though. Like, he cannot stand vegetarians. He cannot stand it. That's like a running gag. He hates vegetarians.
Damn. I was like, I thought Andrew would definitely be eliminated.
I just think that she had a worse service, because it's like, this is like her third or fourth time being eliminated.
But she didn't make anyone sick. Have them fucking throw up.
Well, he just oversalted it, which even though I'm like, imagine it tastes like, I don't know if you've ever had like a blister in your lip or whatever, and you had to, you know, you put salt water in there, get hot steaming water, and then you pour salt in there, and then you drink, and then you gurgle with salt water. That, I imagine that's what it tasted like gurgling salt water.
Probably.
Like like I could just taste it in the back of my mouth. Like, you know, just like seawater, you know, just like, oh.
Yeah, it's like tasting seawater, and it just makes you throw up.
And I imagine like Gordon Ramsay, he's the JP, which the matter is like, oh, Chef Ramsay, they're throwing up. Who is it? Blue team or everything? It was blue team. And they're like, Andrew, I would make him eat it. If I was Chef Ramsay,
he did. He made him. No, he did make him eat it just to taste it. Even when he already jumped to conclusions, he did made him eat it no matter what. No, fucking eat it.
I was like, he was just like, well, I guess he was just like, tastes good to me.
No, he's like, oh, too salty. It's too salty. Like, yeah, really.
It's like, imagine he would start throwing up, and then it just been like,
I would start laughing if he did.
Wendy, for some bizarre reason, gets eliminated.
Your jacket.
Yeah, sure.
And you, smart ass, count your lucky stars. You're standing.
And we have a double elimination here, so let's get the bios out of the way. First up, for Jeff, according to Reality TV Revisited, it is reported, not confirmed, but reported, that he and Gordon had a further argument in the parking lot, which led to a sprained ankle on the part of Jeff.
No wonder why, like, yeah, injury, because he sprained his ankle because he got in a heated argument in the parking lot.
Let me guess, he waited until he walked outside of the kitchen and then confronted him in the parking lot.
And confronted him in the parking lot.
I wanted to see that.
I wanted to see it happen.
Listen here, you are useless fucking.
You fucking disappoint me, you fucker.
Now get the
You're
fuck
the
out of
fucking
here.
worst chef. I believed in you.
I will not be talked to that way.
You do not bet on your pros, you fuck.
Gordon's
I thought
insults
when you
are
were gonna
so
say it.
heated.
I wanted this dude. I wish they would have filmed that in the parking lot. That would have been
They
priceless.
probably weren't expecting him to be out there in the parking lot.
Probably.
Gordon's insults are so heated that it literally breaks bones.
Yeah, it's so true.
He got Ramsey'd.
Well, after Hell's Kitchen, Jeff worked in used car sales for a few years, and now works as an insurance agent. So he is
Oh,
completely
God.
out of culinary as far as I can see.
Yes, culinary did
And
not
then-
suit him well.
I would not buy insurance from him. I don't know. I don't care what.
Oh hell no, I wouldn't trust him with my life.
I wouldn't even buy a car from him, let alone insurance.
Fuck that shit. He would fit as an insurance man. He definitely fits the part.
I'll tell you right now, Ryan. Danny DeVito from Matilda would be a better car salesman than Jeff.
Yeah.
Super glue keeping those bumpers on.
It's better than Jeff's.
But
Which he did had played a car salesman in the Christmas movie with Matthew Broderick.
but as far as Wendy goes, she is a culinary as well. She appears to have returned to her career in account management.
Well, I mean, at least with her, I mean, like, look, I'm sure she'll do well in account management. I mean, I just feel like a culinary school wasn't, chef position was not her. Obviously, she doesn't even like, because I mean, you get, for one thing, you get to be a chef, you gotta like basically try everything, and if you don't want to eat meat, that's like I don't know if you know this, but meat is like 50 or maybe 80% of what chefs cook in society. So I mean, I'm sure Gordon Ramsay's not gonna want you running a vegan restaurant, because I'm like, oh bullshit, like
Yeah.
the fucking door, he would say. I'll go with it, but yeah, so it's like, yeah, he'd be like, no.
No. It's like you said, he shits on the vegetarians.
Yeah. Which I would say, I think honestly, you know what? I feel like Wendy, she's I'm glad that she went to a profession that she's good at. And Jeff, I feel bad for whoever bought insurance and cars from him. I hope they had a good rate, at least. A good rate.
Pass it off to all of you. What'd you think of the episode? Let us know in the comments. We would love to read what you have to say. It is a privilege to do this show with these guys every week. Collins, where can the people find you?
They can find me at 3D Movie Cinema, where I just did with these guys a watch party of Final Destination 3, Final Destination 1. And then we just did our watch party for Final Destination 1, and I dropped my review of Final Destination 2. I'm going to drop the Thunderbolts review this week, and I'm going to try to drop a review for Final Destination 3. And I'm going to try to do a watch party with these guys sometime this week, but we're doing Batman Terry first, so that precedes that. And then, but I will try to figure out in the schedule to do part 2 watch party and everything. And yeah, that's excited. Yeah, 3D Movie Cinema. And yeah, this small talk every Tuesday. And yeah, that's it.
Don't you mean the new Avengers?
Thunderbolt. Oh, yes, the new Avenger. My bad. I'm so sorry. Yes, I went and saw the new Avengers. Yeah. Yeah, that's been. I feel bad for Ryan. Ryan still hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm still surprised he has
And
not
Ryan's
seen the
like,
movie
the
yet.
new Avengers is like, what the fuck is the new Avengers?
Because the studio had to wait until they reveal until the end of the
Ryan's
weekend,
like,
the
this
first
thing's
weekend.
done. Well,
He's like, oh fuck.
The Thunderbolts are.
I took a screenshot of my Regal app because I was saying to myself, if they're serious about this new Avengers thing, I want to have a screenshot of them actually still calling it Thunderbolts. Like, I was there for when they called it.
They only
Thunderbolts.
changed the
I'll
poster.
feel
They only
really
changed
old when this happens.
But the thing is, they only changed the poster, but they still haven't changed the title for their movie ticket apps.
I heard that they're gonna, for the home release, might change the title from Thunderbolts to New Avengers at the end of the movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that by the time they put it out on home video in a couple of months.
Like, this would be actually a good
Or even-
gimmick, though. This would be a great.
Oh no, yeah. By the time you watch the movie, you'll know why they wanted to change the title. You have to watch the context of why. Well, I dropped the new Avengers movie review on my channel and The Accountant 2. And I will be putting up later for the new episode of The Last of Us Season 2 later today.
As far as this channel goes, the Small Talk Best of Season 5 will have dropped already, so thank you all so much. It was so much fun going back to reliving those episodes where we talked about Season 5. That was Jonathan Kent's death. That was the awful Tomb episode where I was laughing my head off while I was editing that. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And then what's even crazier is that the day that my grandmother passed away last year is the day it's coming up on the 1 year anniversary that so the best of is going to drop on the day, like on the 1 year anniversary. So it was crazy whiplash to be like, oh yeah, that was like the first thing I recorded after that happened. And then so it's like kind of a full circle moment. But anyway, I'm burying the lead. The best of season 5 is now on the channel, so go check that out. I would greatly appreciate that. The road to Mission Impossible Final Reckoning continues on. I still don't know directions, but I will have Collins on from 3D Movie Cinema and another special guest on. And then talking about Ghost Protocol, I will have Austin Pez Howell on. Matt Wyatt will be joining later on down the road to talk about Dead Reckoning. So stay tuned for all of that and more. But for Jacob Collins, for Matt Wyatt, my name is Ryan Cam. Be sure to tip your waiter and, well...
Get out! 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 Out!